rain falls mainly on the plain. That could be Hilo. Rain from lane falls mainly on the plain, right here in Mountain View. Greetings. Welcome to another Hurricane Garden Show. Yes, it's a fine rainy morning here in Mountain View. We actually had a small respite this morning with no rain. Here, check this out. There was even blue sky. Well, quite the change overnight. Yesterday, the entire driveway was a river. Totally flooded out by the gate. It was creeping up to the carport. It is gone now. Well, it was the first time in 3 days I saw a spot of blue sky. It's a little bit over there. A little bit over there. There's hope. I don't think it's over yet, but there's still water down here at the gate. But yesterday, it was running clear across over here and draining out to the road on the other side. Just filled up the ditches. Yeah, so that was nice to see, really. I haven't seen the sky other than gray for days now. Hurricane Lane really should have been named Hurricane Rain. Lane has been a pain with all the rain. We've set records here. Hilo had the 3-day all-time record for rainfall. I believe they got 30 some odd inches down there in 3 days. Up here in Mountain View, we didn't set any records, but we sure got a lot of rain. The official figure for town here was about 44 inches. Here at the farm, I only received 30. So we were quite a bit off, actually, from what they measured right down in town. A little drier here for some reason. Lane spared us, but as you can see, here was the peak of yesterday's storm in the evening. Well, it was just about ready to go over the road out there. That's good news. At least when it starts going over the road, it's going to drain down the hillside and leave here. Wow, check it out. I got my own personal new creek coming right through here, and with a koi pond, a waterfall. Yeah, I used to have some gravel there. Oh my goodness, look at that. I think it moved my stepping stones too. Pushed them out of the way. The newest creek in Puna. Pretty cool, huh? We got our own koi pond with a waterfall, and you see where my stepping stones are. They make the rock feature. Nice design. The only good news about all of this, Ellen, is that the most vulnerable part of the house is the carport.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. This is the first time we've had this house over here since 2007. It's the first time that I've ever been worried about the water getting near the house. Never happened before. Currently right there, she's only a few feet away from the corner of my carport. Yeehaw! Yes, sirree, Bob. That's about as much water as I've ever seen here. Yep. Yep. Look at all that. Wow. Pretty special, huh? That was the first time since 2007 when we built this house that I was ever worried about water getting anywhere near the house. It didn't. The grading's good. Yeah, she's good. The
re-engineering the battery for my solar gate did not pan out. The water kept rising, and it just kept up. And so I ended up last night in the torrential rain going out, disconnecting the battery and bringing it back to the house before it went under the flood. I've never actually flooded a car battery before, so I'm not sure what happens, but I'm sure it could short or fill with water or something bad. So it's brand new. It came back up to the house. I reinstalled it this morning. Everything's just fine. We really didn't even move much gravel here at the house around the driveway, although the water was running like a creek. We had, you see the brand new waterfall on the video that we had back here. I had heard on the civil defense reports last night, though, that Highway 11 Mountain View mile marker 15 was shut down. The road was closed, and I'm sitting there thinking, uh-oh, but that's where I live. I mean, it's around the corner here. Mile marker 15 is right around the bend. And I'm going, oh man, what happened? You know, well, maybe a car crashed or something. No, I'm thinking, well, it is a pretty steep slope there. Yeah, I went out this morning to take a look, and that was just exactly what the problem had been. The slope and the amount of water flowing through there just tore the side of the highway out. The water must have been sheeting across the highway like a river last night. Yeah, so here, you check this out. This is what I found this morning when I took a drive. I'm over here by the 15-mile marker in Mountain View, right along the main highway. You could see how much force from Hurricane Lane last night. Tons of rock are not supposed to be sitting where they're at. You can see here a trench that was dug by the water. I heard on the civil defense reports last night that the highway was closed here. But there was no way I was coming out to have a look. Here, we darn near excavated a telephone pole. Getting pretty close. It was really coming down here. No wonder they closed the highway. My goodness. Just look at this. But Hurricane Lane should have been called Hurricane Rain. Almost no wind around here. Just a whole lot of rain. Man, look at that. It just dug pukas. Woo! But the creek has dropped down to something a whole lot more normal. It's amazing how fast the water comes through. So that was pretty significant. I mean, man, we almost lost a telephone pole. Bizarre. Like I say, Lane was named wrong. It should have been named Hurricane Rain. It came in as a 5. As it approached the islands, it became a 4. As of yesterday, when all that rain came, it was still a 2. Last night, though, drank too many Mai Tais on the beach over there. Started to fall apart, split into 2. The storm is coming apart, and as of this morning, it is now considered a tropical storm. It is no longer a hurricane. It lost all of that energy last night, but it's still got a massive amount of rain around it. Man, it's going to be Wednesday before I can plant my sweet corn. If this stuff keeps up, they're warning us that it just funneled in so much tropical moisture that it's going to be hanging around here on the trade winds for days and days and days. Well, as long as it doesn't fall at the same rate it did yesterday. Yesterday, in a 24-hour period, I actually received 16 85/100 inches of rain. Wow, I mean, like, we're talking almost 17 inches of rain in a single day. That's a lot. And so it was special. Not for the wind. Maximum wind speed I detected was only 7 miles an hour. So none of that hurricane stuff that you might expect. But this baby is just plump full, like a ballpark frank, full of water. Oh, so much water. Well, like I said, before I moved here, I knew what I was in for, that it can rain like crazy in this environment when it takes to it. But this one was special. Like I say, Hilo, known for rain, set a 3-day record yesterday. So that is pretty significant. I enjoyed it. We got through it. It's going to hang around here for a while, so we're not completely out of the woods here yet, or out of the rain clouds. But I think from now on it's going to be a little bit more normal wet, not sheets and buckets and bathtubs falling on our heads. Wow! When yesterday evening when I went out to try to save our battery from flooding up, I decided the best choice really was just strip, because it was coming down so hard. There was no way you could even begin to stay dry on it. It was ridiculous. So I just took off everything except a pair of Bermuda shorts and my Crocs to protect my feet, and went heading out there with a wrench in the storm. And oh boy, they might call that stuff tropical moisture, but I'm telling you, when it fell from whatever elevation it's coming down from, it wasn't warm. I was freezing to death with the stuff pounding on me. Oh, it was not at all comfortable. Yeah. So, anybody claims that hurricane rain falls from the sky like bathtub water, baloney. It was coming from 50,000 feet up, man. It was cold. I think it looked like Hakalau, down at Hakalau, north of Hilo, probably picked up some of the heaviest rain around here. I think they got over 44 inches, 45 inches or so, something on that order. It's been real extreme, but mostly, water going over the tops of bridges, creeks jumping. I guess I saw it in the news, there was one house here in Mountain View that the water came right through the middle of. I'm not sure where it was. I was out looking for it this morning and I didn't spot it. There's a lot of roads, a lot of little houses around here. I don't know where that was, but a guy claimed he had to go in and save the occupant from the water that was coming right through their house. I believe that after watching what was coming down my driveway. I am so happy, though, with the way this site was graded. The guy who did it was a real pro. He knew his business, because we are in a spot here where it would be possible to really get washed out if things hadn't been done right. The water does move through this property at times with a vengeance. I kind of wonder if that little waterfall we have behind the house isn't actually gathered through a lava tube that's here in the field behind the house. We thought we may have found one day. Well, Ellen was pushing 6-foot bamboo poles into the ground as markers for mowing around trees and tying little orange flags on them. Well, Ellen's not a weak girl, but she grabbed hold of that pole and she took 6 foot of bamboo and pushed it straight into the earth. The whole darn pole. And she calls me over, Bill, look at this, I said, wow, that's amazing. Well, it took me a few years after that happened to really decide that it's very possible that she wasn't pushing the stick through dirt. Because I've tried to push poles into the ground around here like she did numerous times after that, and I couldn't do it. And then I found out that just down the street here there is a huge ancient collapsed lava tube. So the neighborhood does have some lava tubes in it. I have a feeling that's what's going on back here. It's kind of a puka underneath the soil that the water's channeling into, and it's actually hollow in the inside, because when it hits the slope where the bulldozer cut, it just blows right out of there like there's a river sometimes. Not much to say about the garden today. The garden's still here. I picked up a couple of plants that got knocked off the table last night. That was about the extent of the damage. A few collapsed bananas around the farm. I haven't been out on a hike, but I haven't really seen much anything else. I took all the pineapples off the produce table and dried them yesterday because I didn't figure I'd see anybody shopping pineapples. So I will have to get out on a hike when the rain stops and see if I can find some more ripe fruit in the field. But that's about it for the garden report. Bill's out of pineapples this morning until he takes a hike. So aloha. Y'all have a wonderful day wherever you're at, and I hope there's no hurricanes hanging around. And hang loose.